As officials in Europe try to deal with the vast numbers of refugees coming into European countries from Africa and the Middle East, there are some people who are voicing their concerns and their thoughts on social media. One of those people is a 33-year-old writer in London by the name of Emlyn Pearce. Now, he originally was from South Africa, but he decided to move to London in order to pursue his career and live his life. And he had some pretty strong words that actually went viral. He shared his thoughts on Facebook in a very hilarious and also very intelligent way. So I want to share it with you guys, and then you tell me what you think. All right, he says that immigration is completely out of control in this country, and I'm sick of it. I'm not staying quiet anymore. You can't walk down the street in Jamaica or Hong Kong or India without hearing someone speak English. And in Canada and Australia, we have even introduced our own legal system, decimated local communities, and installed our own head of state. Disgusting. He continues to write, English has now been imposed as the official language of 57 sovereign countries. 57! What the hell? Who do we think we are? And the government is doing nothing. Any British person can just pack their bags and go and live anywhere in the world at any time, and nobody in the British government will do anything to stop them. If I wanted to, I could just get on a plane, go to Germany tomorrow, get a job in their booming economy, and live there for the rest of my life.
So now this is a brilliant way of bringing attention to the issue. Mm-hmm. So he's flipping the script. Instead of talking about immigration, he's talking about emigration. And as he writes this sarcastic, Facebook post, it makes people go, wait, why can the English and people from other European countries go wherever they want, but if you're from Syria or you're from the African countries that are in turmoil, you can't go anywhere you want? Actually, the British don't really need to go anywhere else.
Right.
The people that are dying in the civil war in Syria really need to get out of the country. They're not doing it because they're like, I wonder how it would be to live in Hong Kong for a little while. Let me go be an expat, right?
Yeah, I mean, look, the way that he's voicing his opinion is really smart because this is something that people do argue often, right? But they don't argue it in a comedic way that actually resonates with people. And this happened to resonate with people. I mean, this was initially shared over 15,000 times on Facebook, which by Facebook standards is a lot, okay? So people are really riled up about this. The vast majority of people, he says, are supporting him. Some people are criticizing him, but he has a note for the critics later on in his rant. So he continues to say that there are 1.3 million Britons living in Australia, 761,000 in Spain, 678,000 in the United States, 603,000 in Canada, 291,000 in Ireland, 11,200 of whom are drawing unemployment benefits from the Irish state.
Damn drums.
Yeah, and even 8,500 in Mexico and 7,100 in Kuwait. We are literally everywhere.
You know what? He's right. We got to stop these British. The British are coming. The British are coming. We need to build a wall. Let's build a wall on the Atlantic. So they're sending us their worst. I know it.
Yeah. So he also ends it in a really funny way. He says, we need to close our borders immediately before the situation gets even worse for everyone else. We are sleepwalking into a nightmare where a third of the world will be overrun by the British again. And then later on, he edited his post to respond to some of the critics, and here's what he said.
This is my favorite part.
Yes.
I love this.
To all of you really hench army guys sending me hate mail for writing this, I am gay, and I will furiously pleasure myself to your profile picture, just so you know. So
okay,
funny.
I don't know what a hench guy is.
Yeah.
Okay, and I don't know if he's actually gay or straight and he's just messing with them. And I can't figure out which way is funnier. Is it funnier if he's gay and they might actually do that? Or is it funnier if he's straight and he's messing with them? But it's great, man. Mm-hmm. This guy's got a great sense of humor and delivers a message in not just a powerful way, but in a way that people can understand and makes them think outside of the normal political fights for once.
Absolutely. And by the way, he was really surprised at the number of people who shared his rant. Uh-huh. And he talked to BuzzFeed about this. And he said, last time I got more than one share was for a bean salad recipe. And that was shared twice, once in error. And he says that he keeps sending the bean salad recipe to his critics.
So anytime somebody comes in and yells at him, he's like, oh, so you were interested in my bean salad recipe. So here you go, right? This guy's awesome. And but actually, my favorite part of it was when he talked about the yelling back and forth and all the criticism and all the people who were saying really hateful stuff. And he said, let me quote him here. He says, I don't like to dwell on the negative reactions. I understand that people are afraid of other cultures or terrorism or scroungers. I think those people need to be given the space they need to change their minds. That's really smart. See, that's why I don't like to shut down any conversation.
Yeah.
It's good to bring these things up. It's good to discuss them. You know, like in America, if you talk about racism, they're like, no, don't talk about racism. Oh, you're just race baiting. How dare you? No, we already have it solved. We have a black president. Shut up, right?
Yeah.
No. Discussing the issue is great. But if you declare everyone a racist for every single thing, or you're offended by every word in every language and every sentence, etc., and you shut down the conversation, it doesn't give people the space to think about it for a second.
That's a great point.
Right?
Yeah.
And to maybe change their minds. So, well played here. Really well played.